Hi everyone, this is Kingdom Architecture. Today I would like to show you how to work with sections and elevations in ArchiCad. Let's jump right into it. So we've got the point cloud from our previous tutorial on the POD layer, and we've got other attributes at the top of the menu, like the height of the total point cloud. So first of all, we have to adjust the working units in order to work easily with them. So it's in the project preferences, working units. We've got the length unit, decimals we can adjust as well. So let's put into meters, and we've got 2 decimals. Press OK, and now we have, you can see in meters everything. It's a good practice to use shortcut keys if you want to move from 3D window into floor plan, for example. So press F2 for the floor plan and press F5 for the 3D window. Let's talk about floor plan cut plane. So I'm going to demonstrate in the 3D window. Let's press this 3D cutaway button, and you can see the floor plan cut plane. It means basically we cut the point cloud from a plane. Of course we can delete. So let's move back to the ground floor. We have to search for floor plan cut plane in the documents. Here it is. Let's open this window. First we need to put the biggest range. It's in the middle, so show up to 100 meters in order to fit the whole point cloud in our range, in our window. And the cutting plane is going to be from 20 to 0. Basically we can fit the whole point cloud. Press OK. You can see now it's the full detail visible, and the height is 17.16 meters. If you want to make your life easier, we can set shortcut key for this. It's in the options, work environment, and keyboard shortcuts. For the cut plane, floor plan cut plane. So let's press FL. There it is, floor plan cut plane. And for example, let's press Alt and M and press assign in order to be basically setting. Okay, it's done. Press OK. And now we have to practice this and adjust the cut plane. So press Alt M. So let's narrow this gap, not from 20 to 0, from 10 to 0. And of course the details, it's gonna be less, so less point cloud is visible in the floor plan view. And let's change again. For example, the bottom is 9. You can see now basically the walls became visible. Okay, so the second topic is the sections. Sections, it means we cut our point cloud not horizontally but vertically in order to have sections and view our point cloud in a different way. From the 3D window we have to jump back to the ground floor, and I'm gonna demonstrate you how to lay down basically a section. So it's on the left side over there, it says section. So let's click first on the left and let's make a section line. Here it is. we've got this eye at the end. So now this is our section line, and up there we have 3 options. We're gonna use the middle one. You can play around with the offset range. So if you press the edge of the section, you can see the palette and the offset range, and you can make it wider or narrower. And in the section view, which is on the right side, you can see section. It's easier to make it visible. So now we have a very dense point cloud because our range was wide. But if you make it narrower, obviously it's gonna be less detail. Now you can see here in the section view on the top as well, so it's very narrow point cloud. Let's jump back to the floor plan view. We can find many more details and options in the section settings. So let's try it. So we can change the name, and we have range and other symbols to make it visible in the floor plan view. Now we have to go back to section view, and let's talk about floors and stories, because we can divide any point cloud into levels, into floors. For example, if we have a tall building, our point cloud has to be divided or cut into floors. The default setting is this, but we don't need as many stories as we have here, because our point cloud is 17 meters height, so basically this is a big open space. So during the survey process, the laser scanner generated a few points below the floor, basically in the point cloud, but we can measure this distance and adjust the point cloud according to our ground floor. So we have like 1.17 or 17 meters below the ground floor. It's visible over there. So now we have to move basically the point cloud down until we reach more or less the ground floor. We have to change this number. Now it's minus 1.17. Let's change it to -2, for example, and you can see the point cloud moves down, but it's not enough. I mean, let's change to -1.9. Now it's better. You can see now it's better. Still we have a little bit more, but for this tutorial it's gonna be good, and you can see the default floors as well. And now the ground floor is set, but we can edit the story levels. And we have this little palette: edit all levels, edit chosen level plus level below, whatever. Edit only the selected floors. So now let's adjust the top one until we reach the top of the building or the ceiling, and let's change middle as well until that platform. Press OK, and now everything is set for us. It's easier to work with even numbers. However, now we have odd and even numbers mixed, and if you want, you can still change the working units. So we can see the story settings here. We have ground floor, first floor and second floor. You can insert above, below, or delete stories as well. Now we adjusted everything because the default storage settings was totally different. Our last phase in this tutorial is the elevation. So we can set elevations, for example, south, east, west as well. And now let's put south elevation, and the direction is going down. Let's see what we have. In the settings, we can rename it, the reference ID. Now it should be, for example, south elevation. We can change the ranges as well. And now let's go back to the floor plan, and the elevation, it should be on the right side as well. You can see we have this south elevation. And now, because the direction was wrong, you can see just a few point clouds. We need to rotate this elevation to see the other part of the building. You can see the direction is wrong. We need to face up, basically, on the floor plan. So we can rotate this elevation and everything should be all right. So let's grab the edges, rotate 180 degrees, move it in front of the building, and the south part became visible. So on the palette, move, and now the direction is right. The small arrow in the middle of the elevation line should be always facing towards the object we want to see. If you like my content, please don't hesitate to drop me a comment or subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.